Hey Lovies, welcome to my channel, Craft Away with May. I'm May. Welcome to my old and new subbies. I'm so glad to have you all here with me today. As the thumbnail show, we are going to be doing some new DIYs. So we're going to jump into this first project, starting with this wooden mason jar I have in my stash. It's a 12-inch mason jar. I got them in a pack off of Amazon, y'all. And like I said, in my stash. You can see what I'm doing right here. I'm taking some of that painter's tape to separate the lid part from the body or the base, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going in with some white paint, and then I'm going to give it a coat of podge. And that's just to seal that paint in, because we are going to be doing some decoupaging. So I have this tissue paper here that I also had in my stash, and I'm just going to cut out a section there, as you can see, and we're going to place that basically on the bottom and the top part where I have the painter's tape. I don't know if I think I did show it, I can't remember now, but I sectioned off the middle part, so I have painter's tape. Okay, let me back up. So once I covered it with the Mod Podge, I put a napkin over it. I had two pieces of painter tape where I sectioned off that middle part. So we're just going to put the stripes on the top and the bottom. Hope that made sense. If not, you can clearly see what I'm doing here. I'm just sanding away that excess paper that was hanging over. Now, I was having all kind of issues with this Mod Podge. I actually had to flip this piece over because the Mod Podge it just kept melting. Like it was really weird. And I had my mini heat press on the same temperature that I always have it on, but it just did not it just kept melting. So it was really weird. I'm not sure what was going on there. But anyway, I have this daisy ribbon or trim in my that I pulled from my stash, and I'm just gonna cover up where that tissue paper and the paint meet. And it has some jagged edges there, so that's the reason I did that. But I did want some pop of color in there to represent this, because we are going to be making a lemonade jar. So I did want some color in there to break it up, and I thought that was a good way to do that. So next, I had printed out this sign that says lemonade, fresh squeeze lemonade, 25 cents. I did that on my Cricut Joy, and all I did was transfer that over to the surface and put some pressure to it, pull the backing up or the transfer sheet up, and that left the vinyl attached to my surface. So then I have this burlap fabric, or just burlap, I don't know what it is, just burlap, I guess. Burlap fabric, I'll just say that. And this is just going to be our lid part, or to cover our jar. I didn't paint that top part because I did two pieces of this oh my goodness. I just said it, y'all. Not raffia, burlap. Oh my goodness. So I did two pieces of burlap, so you couldn't really see under there. Like, you could see a little bit, but I didn't mind that. You couldn't see enough to tell it wasn't painted. Let me say it that way. So then next, I took some of this yellow and green ribbon I had in my stash, and I'm just going to use that to pull that burlap back. I didn't glue it down. I don't know why I didn't just glue it down, but for whatever reason, this brain just was doing its thing. So y'all know how that story goes. So I just glued that ribbon down to secure that burlap in place. I did put some glue on the front. I do believe I did, that I left that in there. I think you guys saw that. But anyway, there you have it. Now I'm going to go in with one of my Kathy Jo bows here that has buffalo check on it, or gingham check, and it has a bunch of lemons on it. And this is what inspired the colors for this piece. So I was just like, how can we make this work? So I can use this ribbon. I have a lot of bows in my stash, so I really try to use as many as I can. So I saw this and I'm like, okay, let's see if we can make this work. And I think we absolutely captured that, and I think we accomplished what we wanted to with this piece. So once I cut those tails down and glued the bow down, I'm just gluing those tails down as well, just to keep them from moving all over the place and so that they don't cover the verbiage there. So then right here, I'm going to take this foam lemon and I'm going to cut it in half. So that's what you see I'm doing right here. And we're just trying to keep it intact as possible. As intact and possible. Oh. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Trying to keep it intact as much as possible. There you go. All right, so now I'm just going to add, I took some little leaves pieces off of a pick that I had, and I'm just adding those to the back of the lemons because I'm pretty sure you guys have figured out we're just going to put them on that surface. So I just decided to cut them in half to make them look better. And I was trying to layer them, but I don't know. I don't know. My eyes were I was like, just do it. Just do it. You know, you just want to commit. And I just couldn't commit. I have commitment issues. And so I ended up separating them. I wasn't a big fan of doing it like that. I really wished I had went ahead with my first thought. But there you have it. You know, it's just crafting. It's not a big deal. So I'm just adding in a piece of jute twine to the back, and that is it for this piece. You guys will see everything in the final reveal, so stick around so you can see everything in its full glory while we jump into project number 2 using this I'm going to call it a clipboard. It's not really a clipboard, but I got this from Walmart a few years ago. I think the sticker on it said like 2022. Then I have this rice paper in my stash from decor.napkins.com. I think I got this like around 2 or 3 years ago also. And I wanted to use it every year. And every year I just pause. I don't do it. And so this year I kept it out. I'm like, I'm going to use it because I love it. I love that little lemonade stand, that vintage vibe it's getting. It's just so cool. And with rice paper, you know, it's really forgivable. So you really don't have to use a water pen. You can literally just tear it away from, you know, the pieces that you want, and it'll pretty much work in your favor. You just have to guide it along. That's all. And I do have, I don't mention it always, but in my description box below, if you guys go there and check it out, I do have a bunch of codes there that you can use from different affiliate programs that I'm a part of. So definitely check that out. You do get some discounts on some of them, or like your first order and things like that. So definitely check that out in my description box, okay? I always have it there. I just never mention it, but it's always there. So what you see I'm doing here is I'm taking my X-Acto knife and I'm cutting around where those 2 clothespins were hanging for the clips. Now this is going to be going in my kitchen. And so I tried to take the clips off, but they had a good heavy duty adhesive on there that just was not loosening up for me, and I didn't want to break them off and then have to do all that pulling. So I was like, you know what, we'll just cut around it and we'll do some patchwork if we mess up. And that's literally what I did. So I'm just going in with some Mod Podge here. I didn't paint this, as you guys can see as well, because I felt like the color of this this board would blend better with this picture in the background. I felt like if I did it in white, it wouldn't have worked. So I just followed my gut on this one, and I was glad I did, because it did blend seamlessly to me. You know, to somebody else, it might have been like, no, you should have did it. And I'm like, no, I shouldn't have. No. No, I'm glad I left it in this natural wood color. So now I'm just going ahead and using my X-Acto knife to open up the little slats or slits there that's between the wood. And so then I'm going to also go back in with my Cricut weeding tool just to make sure that that paper is dipped down into the Mod Podge that's seeped in there, so you can really see it. I don't know if you can see it a whole lot on here, but I can see it, and it blends like it was a paint, like somebody painted on there. That's what I was going for. Like it had been painted on there and kind of worn down a little bit. And so then to define the frame there, I'm going in with some of my burnt umber paint. And then for the edges, I'm just doing a light distressing just on the outer side. Like I'm not going heavy into the distressing, like on the picture, or more so on the, like those inner parts of where the out part is. I know that don't make a whole lot of sense. I'm just going around the outside. Let's just say that. Okay. And we're going to do some distressing there. And this is just to draw the focus to the picture. That, at least that's how how I see it. Yeah, I don't know. That's my thought process, and that's what I'm sticking to. That's my story, y'all. That's my story. So next I'm taking these burlap flowers. These came from Dollar Tree a few years ago. I have not seen them since. When I saw them, I stocked up on them. And that's all I did to that. I just added to where the little hanger pieces was. And that was pretty much it for that piece. All right, so now we're moving into our next project. I know I'm a little delayed today, y'all. I am tired. So now we're going to take this little crate from Dollar Tree, and I'm painting it, as you can see, in the colors yellow, white, and green. And this is just the color I chose because if you haven't picked up on it, we are doing some lemon themed DIYs. Now you can always switch this up for daisies, sunflowers, whatever you want to do, whatever floats your boat. I just want to do some lemon DIYs, I don't think it's played out. But here I'm taking some of these Dollar Tree stickers, and we're going to spell out the words squeeze me. Get your fresh lemonade. You got to squeeze them lemons, okay? So I thought squeeze me was something super cute. And it's something I had all the letters for. That was the other thing. So I'm going to spell this out going backwards. I was going to start out spelling it, from the beginning going out, and I was like, yeah, no, May, that's not going to work. I can see you having to redo this a million times over. Now, this is just an alternative too. Also, guys, if you don't have a Cricut machine, this is how you can accomplish the same thing by using stickers. So whenever you see these, even at Michael's will mark down their letter stickers at least once or twice a year, and you can get them for like 79.99 cents. So if you ever see them, stock up on them there as well. But I got lucky and found these at Dollar Tree about a year or so ago. And so now I'm going in with this cute lemon ribbon I've had in my stash forever, and I'm just going to take that and wrap it around our crate, and we're just going to make this look like a stack of books. Now, you guys have seen this. I know y'all have seen this everywhere for every season. I don't make them that often on my channel. I maybe have made about 3 or 4 in the whole time I've been on YouTube. So I like them, but I just know, like, you've seen every variation of them that you could possibly see that's out there. So I'm just taking that lemon ribbon. Now I'm going to make a little simple bow. I'm tying some jute twine around it because, that's just how I make my bows, because I don't know how to make bows. So, and there you have it. And right here, I should have left it just like that. I was like, oh, I like that. Once I started doing the voiceover, I was like, I really like that. But me being May, I didn't leave it alone, y'all. I was like, okay, let's make it some tails, okay? So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm cutting off about 2-3 inches, maybe 2.5 inches. And I'm like, let's make some tails there, which it doesn't look bad, but I really like the bow sitting off to the side like that. And I end up putting it like in the middle. So it wasn't bad or horrible or anything, but it wasn't doing what I needed it to do, y'all. So yeah, I was just like, okay, whatever, May. You just always doing stuff. But it still came out cute. I think so. Anyway. And so we're going to go ahead and just tack that down with a little bit of hot glue. And like I said, we just put it right in the middle, which it doesn't look bad. I know I said that 15 million times because I'm trying to convince myself and convince y'all too. So there we have it. So then I have these little miniature lemon slices in my stash. Had those forever. I think I got them from Amazon, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that bow was not, see, the bow wasn't feeling it either. It was like, put me back on the side, mate. I was like, I can't. So anyway, there we go. So then now I'm just going to go in with some of my little miniature little lemon slices, and we're just going to kind of randomly put them around because, again, why? We want you to squeeze me. Get some of that fresh lemonade. And that is it for this piece. I think it's absolutely adorable. Like I said, it's so many different ways to do these, and this was just one of my thought process. This was what I thought to come up with. So here we are with our final project. Doing our terracotta teacup number 87. What? 87. Y'all, we are on the road to 100. For those who are joining us for the first time on this channel, what we have been doing is a series called the Terracotta Teacup series, where we take a terracotta pot, add a handle to it using a macrame ring, adding a theme to it, and calling them terracotta teacups. And as I mentioned, we are on terracotta teacup number 87. All right, guys, so what you see I'm doing with this one is I took some of that burnt umber paint and I went in with some cashew paint, and I'm just going in with really heavy distressing here until I get it to the color combination that I want. So I'm literally just going back and forth between the two paints, and because I kind of wanted like this not rusty brown look. I don't know. It was a certain look I had in my head that I was trying to get to, and I think I accomplished it. I think this came out really pretty. On the handle, I did some distressing on there, kind of in reverse. I went in with the cashew paint, did some distressing with the brown until I got it to a lighter version of this color of the teacup. So I'm taking that macrame ring, I cut it in half, as you can see there. I'm sanding it down just to make sure it's smooth so it will lay flush with the surface of the teapot. All right, and I'm just using some Aleene's tacky glue to put that in place. Now these are very delicate. If you don't have macrame rings and you choose to recreate this, you can totally omit that part and just make a super cute terracotta pot. So here I have my little wood round. I'm gonna paint it in the same color combination as the cup so it blends in well, because this is our platform for building our design, so to say, or our theme, right? Okay, so like I said, I just go back and forth with that just to make sure it's gonna work out well, fits nice and snug. And what I'm gonna do is just take some more of that Aleene's tacky glue, and what I'm doing on this is I'm just going like on the inside and kind of on the outside parts of the wood round, and that's because so when it goes down into the terracotta pot, it will sit snug in there, and once that glue tightens up, once that glue dries up, it will tighten up inside the little opening part. So I do go in, like I said, with some Aleene's tacky glue, and then I am going to use some hot glue as well and just press that down in there. Now there will be some seepage, but it dries clear and you actually won't see it for this particular teacup that we're doing today. So just like on the top there, I'm taking more of that glue combination, hot glue and tacky glue, putting it on the base. Sorry, I was out of frame. And we're going to add that to our base for our terracotta teacup. And then we're going to go ahead and add the handle. I did set that aside just for a few minutes so that glue could go ahead and get tacky, and it'll just go ahead and adhere to the surface, and I didn't have to worry about that. So now I'm going to take some of this sea moss. Oh, I always want to call it sea moss. This oh my goodness, y'all. It's super moss. I know. I think that's what it says on there on the package. I think that's why I always want to call it sea moss. It's super moss. And I'm just going to add that all the way around. And it's going to just, I don't know, it's just going to look like a little bit of bushel of grass is what we're going for here. Okay. And I literally just used hot glue to put that all in place. And I like working with this sea moss. Oh my goodness, this moss, super moss, super moss, super moss. Super moss. You know, I have to say things 3 times so it'll stick in your head. Super moss, super moss, super moss. And watch me still say sea moss. All right. So I'm just going in and filling in any opening spaces there, guys, as you can see. And I'm sorry I left so much of that in there, but once we get that all nice and packed in, we're going to go in with these super cute sunflowers. I had used them on another project. Now these sunflowers, they are a little darker and they could be used for fall, but I feel like, you know what, we could pull this off for spring. I think we could do it. I think it works. Okay. So I'm just clipping out the stem there, and I added some hot glue, and I'm just tucking it down inside of the super moss until it stands up. Now I didn't want them like super straight up because they're like wildflowers, right? So I kind of wanted them leaning a little bit, looking a little lazy, you know, just like they're in the field of flowers. Do you feel the flow? I'm flowing towards y'all. All right, so then the other one, I kind of lay it down a little bit with some hot glue, and I'm just kind of pushing them together to support one another. So it just, like I said, so they're not like straight up, but kind of leaning on one another, right? Like we lean on each other, right? You guys lean on me for some shenanigans, and I lean on you guys to make my heart smile. So here I have one of these acrylic little sunshines that I'm going to put right on the front. You can't really see it a whole lot, but you can, but you can't. But there you have it, because you need sunshine for your sunflowers. And then I'm going to take some of these little butterflies I had in my stash, just cutting off the little pick from them, and I'm just going to add them. I'm only going to add 2 to this one up by the sunflowers, and then I'm going to add another one towards the bottom. And so this was super simple. I just really like this. I did sunflowers last year too, but you know, I want to recreate it because it was when I was first starting out, and a lot of the first terracotta teacups did not come out the greatest in my opinion. So I kind of wanted a do-over for some of them. But yeah, that's all we did to that. I'm not sure what I'm doing now. What am I doing? Am I adding? I don't know what I'm doing. Did I add something else to it? I'm not sure. No, just the 2 butterflies. Okay, there we go. And here we are in the final reveal, Lovies. Thank you for sticking around. If you are still here, I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And if you haven't already done so, Lovies, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. And once you hit that like button, swipe to the right and hit that hype button. Help your girl out. It helps to push my videos out just a little bit further, you know, so it does help with the success of this channel. And hopefully we can get more people to join our little YouTube family, because I would love to have them here with us to join in the shenanigans. All right, Lovies, and you guys know the drill. If you have a favorite of today, I want to hear about it. I know lemons may have played out with some people. They don't really like lemon decor. But again, use your imagination. You know, check out decor-napkins.com, because they have awesome rice paper, awesome napkins there. And no telling what you'll find. Just take this as inspiration and make it your own. If I had to choose a favorite of today, I would say it is the Clipboard. I do like them all. I like the Clipboard and I like the terracotta teacup. But everything, like I said, I really like them all. It was very cute, very refreshing to do. And I thought about it afterwards, like, why did you do the sunflower and not do a lemon teacup? Because I did a lemon one last year, but my brain was stuck on sunflowers. And as I've shared with you guys in the past, once this brain gets on the brain train of crafting, there is no stopping it. It is full speed ahead. The brain train is rolling out and there is no stopping it. What I also like to do, Lovies, at the end of each video is share a few of the terracotta teacups that we've made in the past. I was at one point showing them all, but they did become a little bit lengthy and I also lost some footage. So I just decided to do like the last few that we've done. So we're probably up to about 8 or 9, maybe 9 or 10 at this point, but it goes by really fast. And don't forget, Lovies, to hype this video. Hype, hype, hype. And if you want to support my channel in other ways with like supplies and things like that, you can do that by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/craft away with May. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just you being here is good enough. That makes my heart smile. Till the next video, hugs and kisses. XOXO. Bye.